I'll talk about the career pathways for software engineers in the Philippine Skills Framework, which is just one slice of the very, very broad skills framework for software engineering and for software development and cybersecurity. Right. So it starts with being an associate engineer. So that's the entry-level job. So most associates have degree program that they have is computer science or information technology, and also from information systems. But a very, very large number are career shifters. Like I graduated metallurgical engineering. After school, I went back to school to take some computer science classes, but most of my learning has been things I studied on my own. So back then, the internet there wasn't that much information on the internet as there is today. So I had to buy books, and then I practiced on my computer. But one of the most essential things that I did was participate in the community. So I go to meetups. In fact, I co-founded a Java organization, and we'd meet weekly to exchange knowledge on the developments on software development. So in our skills framework, so after associate software engineer, you become associate software engineer. Decided not to distinguish between front end and back end because it's quite fluid. Like for example, in my own career, I did front end, then I shift to back end, and then maybe do front end in another role. So the roles tend to shift over time. People would specialize, but for a large number of software engineers, it's a role that they do for a specific time, but they tend to shift between front end and back end as job requires. What we did specialize in is the role of platform engineer. So platform engineering is one of the most exciting, it's probably the most exciting, the most active area of software engineering today. There's always something new coming out in the area of platform engineering, and it's an extremely sought after skill. So platform engineers provide all the support and infrastructure needed so that when the team writes code, the quality, the scalability of the system, the security of the system, there's a lot of things that kick in to be able to support that change so that when it gets to the end user, it's very, very high and in a very short period of time, right? So like some of the best software companies, from push of code to getting to the end user, like for Netflix, for example, from when they push code, when a developer pushes code, in less than 2 hours, it's already with the end user. And a lot of systems kick in for versioning, for test automation, for deploying to the cloud, for configuration, for scalability, to verify that the quality of that change is very, very high. And in Netflix, the error rate is below 0.1%, right? So again, it's a very exciting area. So if you want to specialize in platform engineering, the skills you need are Linux, Kubernetes, cloud infrastructure such as AWS, and cybersecurity, among many, many other things. Above that, you can become a solutions architect. So a solutions architect is in charge of making the big decisions on the big technology decisions for a specific product. And above a solutions architect is an enterprise architect, which is the person that makes the important technology decisions for entire company or business unit. So that could be multiple products. We decided to separate the role of security architect, right? Because whereas solutions architects and enterprise architects tend to go for breadth in the responsibilities they handle, just as important is the deep specialization on security. So a lot of people who liking for networking, for working with Linux, there are a lot of experience in that area. They end up becoming cybersecurity architects, which is the equal, just as important a role as an enterprise architect. So a cybersecurity architect would be very specialized. An enterprise architect would be more broad, but they're equally important. And then in many organizations, they would have one person making the big technology decisions for their entire corporation or in the entire organization, whether that organization might be a small startup or might be a huge corporation. So that would be a chief technology officer. So that person needs to have the experience, the skills to be able to make those big decisions for an entire organization. So that's a very, very quick roundup of the career pathway for software engineering in the Philippine Skills Framework.